Hi, I'm Jim Elliot, founder and president of Diveheart. We're here in beautiful Cozumel, Mexico. And one of our special guests is Amy. And
Hello.
This is your first Diveheart trip, right?
This is my first trip.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, I was a scuba diver back in the 90s. At the time, I was enjoying life, doing all kinds of wonderful things, and then I had a family, which is, takes a little break from all the fun activities in life. I got back into scuba diving a little bit, and then 8 years ago, I was in a pretty horrific motorcycle accident, a crash. We were crashed into, and I did lose my leg below the knee, which I know sounds funny, a below-knee amputee, but I am a BK amputee, and I had a traumatic brain injury, which really set me back. They didn't know that I would survive the evening. And once I came through it all about a year later, and I realized, like, okay, I'm gonna have this thing, and how am I gonna do the things I used to do? I used to canoe, kayak, scuba, hike. I mean, I used to lead trips with my students. So I got this recreational book for people with disabilities. And as I'm laying there with no leg, I found Diveheart. And I was like, wait, what? Scuba diving for people with disabilities? So I made my call. I met Jim. And then Bruce, and I went down to that locker, and Bruce just boom, 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 would fit me with all my gear. And the wonderful thing for me, as a now newly disabled, I was a diver, so I had a little bit of knowledge, but with the brain injury in the leg, it's a whole new world. I retired from teaching special education in June, and I said, where am I gonna find the place where I give and get love every day? And this trip, here I go.
Right?
This trip, every single day, giving and getting love from people I didn't even know. When I'm on that boat, it is so incredibly inspiring to me to see these professionals that are taking their time. And I asked, I'm like, are they getting paid? No, volunteer. Do they have to pay to come on this trip? Yes, they pay to come on this trip. You guys are doing this because you want to see us enjoy life. What scuba diving does for people with disabilities, no offense, it's more. And to be down there where the world is shut off and they're in their own space and place where they feel so free from all the chaos of this world, I could not take my eyes off of you guys, people in wheelchairs, people that are quadriplegics. My heart is just full of so much gratitude and love and respect for every single one of you. I want the whole world to know about Diveheart. I did see several people go underwater for the first time in their life, and they weren't babies. And I'm scuba diving with people that can't walk. There's two parts to this for me. It is the emotional part, which you know, because I've been crying happy tears the whole week. And it's the physical part. When I'm down there in the water, I forgot I'm an amputee. I have no disability. I watch every step I take, every step, because one slip, I'm back in the hospital, and that's happened. I was blessed by a very generous man who bought me an actual scuba diving leg. It looks similar to my prosthesis. I couldn't do it without Diveheart. My buddy, today was Glenn, he pushed the pin in and he will flip my foot into fin once I'm in the water. And it sounds, oh, no big deal, what's the big deal? It's a process because the water leg has to go on and then under the wetsuit, and it wasn't fitting properly. So if a nerve is pinching, then I've got the pain everywhere. So on the boat, we fixed everything, got adjusted. It's not just my leg. Once I was in the water, he puts it in the fin position. If there's some distractions over here, he wanted to put my snorkel here. I can't have a snorkel here because that's gonna make me, whatever it is. We talked about it. The minute I jumped into that water, I felt so confident and safe, and I was just held up emotionally and physically the whole time. I'm proud that I'm walking around, I'm scuba diving, I'm an amputee, and they're rolling her up and down around here, going and getting their gear on, going scuba diving. I'm watching the people that aren't with us. That's been really cool, Jim. Last night I spoke to a man from Canada, and I said, do you know what this group is? He's like, no, and he kind of had a little attitude, and I started talking about it. He goes, oh, I see people all over. He was amazed, he was flabbergasted. I gave him a few brochures. I said, look at this. This is what we do, what they're doing. People will tell me that I inspire them. I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm just following my passion because I can, which I didn't know I ever could. The possibilities, I want to get involved. I want to help more. I want to show more people how this can change their life for the better. I want to see that pool.
I love people.
Okay. I've got a family now to dive with. Let's go.